Hello dear viewers and welcome to Inside Agriculture with me, Emmanuel Mwemba. Today on the program we discuss the role of partnerships in promoting sustainable agriculture and how Zambia can strengthen value chains in agriculture and help smallholder farmers access market and also ensure that they remain climate resilient. In the studio we have Zambian Breweries Country Director Thais Kavinato. Madam Thais, welcome to Inside Agriculture.
Thank you very much.
Great.
It's a pleasure to be here.
As usual. Today's conversation is centered on the role of partnerships in promoting sustainable agriculture. To begin with, you're coming from Zambian breweries. How is Zambian breweries supporting smallholder farmers and strengthening value chains?
That's a great question. So I would like to start saying that beer is natural, made of natural ingredients. Beer is local. We love to know that we really support the agriculture scheme as a backbone of our company. We've started this outgrown scheme in 2016 in the Luapula province, and when we started we were a small program. Since then we have grown a lot. So we started with less than 1,000 small-scale farmers. Now we reach more than 6,000 farmers, and this is part of the backbone of our company. We are very proud and privileged to be able to source our ingredients locally. In this way, we can not only support the communities in Zambia, local communities, and also be able to brew amazing and quality products such as our Eagles, our Eagle Extras, our Moses, and everything else that we do around Zambian breweries.
Great, great. Before we even talk about the opportunities, I think from the observation, what are some of the challenges you have discovered smallholder farmers who are growing cassava, berry, and sorghum face?
There are many opportunities, and of course there are challenges. I would start with the opportunities. So when you're talking about cassava, for instance, which is one of the local products that we buy and it's part of our program, cassava is a very resilient and resistant crop. So this is a great opportunity that we see. And different from other types of crops like maize, we can plant cassava all year round. Facing difficulties like we've faced 2 years ago, for instance, the drought, cassava is very resilient to climate change. So those are part of the the opportunities that we face. Then when you talk about challenges, one of the challenges that we saw when we started this program is that there was not very transparent prices and not many opportunities to grow cassava. But what we've done is we built our program not only surrounding a crop that we want to buy, but also it's very important for us to benefit the communities that we source from and that we buy our crops. So we have a very transparent pricing nowadays, so they know before we start the harvest, all the small-scale farmers, they know when we are going to buy, when we are going to be able to purchase the crops, and also what's the price. And we increase the price before even there's a price increase in the market. We want to make sure that we help the subsistence of these villages, and there is an incentive to plant the crops that we buy from them. There are also many other opportunities like the trainings that we do, and we have partnerships with the government, the Ministry of Agriculture, and ZARI. We developed seeds that are resistant and resilient for the harvest. So every year we, in parallel with the crop, with the plantation of this year, we also are developing new researches, new seeds, new forms, and we give the seeds to the aggregators and to the small-scale farmers, so the next harvest can be even better and more efficient and can get more yield than the one before.
Great. You mentioned of you having partnership with farmers actually in Luapula. Now, maybe the viewers who are watching actually, they might be in Central Province, Copper Belt Province, Southern, and they are also into cassava production. If they want to supply cassava to the Zambian breweries, what procedure should they follow?
So our main way to reach these small-scale farmers are through the aggregators. So we have contact because to be part of our program, now we're very proud to know that to be part of our program, you need to have certain criteria to follow. Because we don't only buy the seed. This is not what we want. We want to promote the change in these villages. So we want to make sure that we have inclusion of youth and women. We want to make sure that we are training. So the last time I went to Luapula last year, during this week actually, we're going to do our Farmers Week next month. But last year I went exactly this week because it's the Farmers Week. I saw small-scale farmers that were not trained by us. So it was kind of, you could see that the plantation was everywhere. It didn't follow a pattern and didn't follow the right skills and trainings. And then in that same farm, that same small-scale holder, it was actually a woman. It was after she went to training. And she told me that the use that she got from the harvest with the right pattern, the right way, yielded her more than 2 times the previous one with not the best seeds and not the right way. So for us, it's very important that the process are followed. We also need to make sure that the small-scale farmer, they're part of our BenQ, which is a financial inclusion program, because we want to make sure that as soon as we buy the crops, we are able to pay them. So there are many criteria because we don't only want to buy the crops, that's not enough for Zambian breweries. We want to guarantee that we are fostering and making changes in everywhere we go.
Okay, and is the part of them being registered under PACRA or maybe ZABS, ZRA also taken into consideration for them to qualify to supply their cassava?
ZRA doesn't get involved in the small farmers, but they're very supportive.
Okay.
So we do get a benefit in terms of excise for products that have a certain percentage higher, so products that are made of cassava.
Okay.
Which for us, it's amazing. And to be honest, this is the products that have grown this year. So if you see, our Eagles and our Eagle Extras have grown double digits, both last year and this year. So it's a product that it's good for us because it fosters Zambian breweries' growth, and it's good for the farmers as well. So it goes all around. And also, of course, Zambian breweries helps to drive the economy. So we're helping from the backbone of the outgrown scheme with the farmers to our employees, to our indirect employees, to all the bar owners. So according to Euromonitor, we support more than 220,000 jobs in Zambia. So we go in the 360 all around. But we're very proud that this all starts with the farmers, and
Great.
especially the small-scale farmers.
Wonderful. What impact has your relationship with farmers in Luapula province had throughout this period?
I love this question. Our program started in 2016, and we really make sure that there is inclusion of the entire community. There is a program that I've seen in one of these communities that I went, this was 2 years ago, and it's a community, a group of women, and they financially support each other. So what they do in this group, and of course we support and we're very proud of it, is that from every crop, every time we pay them, they get part of this money and they put in this box. Like this box is a bank. And everyone saves their money in this box, and there are 3 keys. Each woman holds one. And then there's the main one, which is the chairman of this group of female women. And every time they get, they put the money there together. To open the box with all the money, you need to have the entire group
coming together.
But then, why this helps? Because first they're saving for their future, for their family, for the education of their kids, but also their family and their relatives are not spending in bad things. They're not spending in illicit alcohol. They're not spending in things that you shouldn't do to guarantee the growth of your family. And then, in addition to that, if there's someone that needs the money to buy a house, for instance, they go, everyone gets together, it needs to get approved by this group of females,
Yeah.
and they pay a little interest for the all of them that left the money there. So it's really, really a fantastic way that I've seen that women supporting women, village supporting village, and we can really see the growth and the support and the growth in the right direction.
Great, great. Now, in as much as we are discussing the role of partnerships actually in promoting sustainable agriculture, we can't do away with employment creation actually. How do your local sourcing of products to make your products actually empower smallholder farmers actually out there?
We are very proud to say that we do not only employ the big commercial farms. So when we're talking about cassava, for instance, that we're talking in Luapula, we choose to have small-scale farmers. And when I say that we help 6,000 small-scale farmers, what I actually mean is that we support 6,000 families.
Okay.
Because each of these farmers, they have their own family, which has, let's say, 5 people. So it's a principle for us. Of course, maybe it would be easier to go to a commercial farm and we get everything from one, but we prefer, and we have a big agriculture team in Zambian breweries to guarantee that we are resourcing and we are creating opportunities for these farmers. And as I told you, when you're talking about employment and jobs, when we help this one farmer that is actually a family, we are also helping the entire next relatives to come to this group, to educate them, to make sure that they are financially included. We promote skills, so we develop skills. We try to make sure that 100% of these families have the skills that we want to promote. And then besides the farmers, of course, we really help to drive the entire economy, the entire value chain, up to the consumer.
Great. Actually, the information you have just given clarifies the question that I wanted you to answer, which is, besides you buying crops, actually, how else do you help farmers actually grow, especially when it comes to value additions actually?
Trainings.
Yes,
I think
yes.
trainings is very, very important. So we guarantee, we have a KPI, internal KPIs, that 100% of our farmers should be trained and 100% of them should have financial inclusion through our BenQ, which is part of our backbone, is a blockchain that we guarantee transparency in the price, efficiency and speed of the payment. So we try to really help in different ways, but I think that financial inclusion, training, skills, and inclusion of women and youth in these parameters is the basis of our program.
When we are talking about drought-tolerant crops, how is Zambian breweries promoting the growing of climate resilient crops amongst smallholder farmers? We can't do away with climate change.
Of course.
Yes.
Actually, this is one of the privileges of cassava. Cassava in general is already climate tolerant. So this is a great seed. But before, the farmers, they only planted cassava for their own consumption. They didn't see cassava as a commercial crop. After we started this program, they started to understand there is many benefits on cassava. There is a surplus because we tell the price and we increase the price every year. So there is an obvious surplus to them. It is very drought tolerant. And in addition to that, the partnership that we have with the Ministry of Agriculture and ZARI makes the seeds better, more efficient, and more tolerant every year. So it's getting better by the year. This next year, I'm happy to say that I don't even know what's going to come, but next year it's going to be better than the current year, and this current year is much better than the years before. So we are always evolving.
Great. Yeah, being in this industry for quite a while, and a lot of people, maybe they just know that cassava is being used to produce maybe one product, which is beer, maybe. From your experience and the discoveries, you've been working in hand with the Ministry of Agriculture and also the Zambia Agriculture Research Institute. What are the other use of cassava away from just producing?
For beer?
Yes.
I think the other use, which is actually important, it's for the consumption of cassava, right?
Very true.
It's a very, very good type of food. There is a lot of energy on it, lots of good calories. Actually, during the drought, we saw a decline on the availability of cassava that we could buy, also sorghum, because people were consuming it. So it's very good. It's tasty. I know everyone likes it. I know there's mini meals made of cassava. I know I heard the Bambas like to, but I like it, and I'm from Brazil. Cassava from Brazil makes one of the most, it's part of our base meal with rice and beans, and people eat a lot of cassava as well. So it's very good. It's very good for ingredients. I know it's good for the base, and it's very good for beer as well.
As usual. Okay, now talking about the smallholder farmer watching this interview, and they are questioning themselves, why should I grow cassava? What message do you have for them? Why should they also be part of the farming community that are growing cassava out there?
Look, I think that my advice as Zambian breweries would be cassava, as we were talking during this discussion today, it's climate resilient. There is a good price to be sold. It's very nutritive as a type of food for your family. And it doesn't need to be the main or the only type of the seeds that you're going to plant. I think it's very easy to change cassava to other crops. So cassava is good, it's resilient, it's a great way to have a different type of crop and can help you to grow and have additional, is efficient and have additional yields into your farm. So
yeah, great.
That would be my advice.
All right. As we even draw closer to the end of this interview, I would like to find out, how does Zambia Breweries help connecting smallholder farmers to establish supply chains?
We generate value through the small-scale farmers. I think the basis of it's we buy their crops. But we don't like to say that we only buy their crops. We help them to be embedded in the whole value chain of beer. So we guarantee the harvest for next year's, because we already know a year before or 2 years before how much we will need. And I'm happy to say that the Eagles and Eagle Extras have only been growing. So I'm very optimistic about the future of cassava. I'm very optimistic about the future of our program, and I can only see it growing throughout the years.
Great. What programs as Zambia Breweries lined up actually for smallholder farmers who are into the production of cassava? What should they expect this year, 2026?
I think this number is not 100% established yet, but in the previous season we bought about 5,000 tons of cassava, so it's been growing by the year. As soon as we have the numbers finalized, this is already for 2027, right?
7 years.
So now we're starting to define what we need for 2028. We're still in the process of definition, but we should only grow.
Okay, great. Your closing words to the viewers who are watching us, and also a call to action as we wrap up the interview.
I would like to thank you all for the support that all the small-scale farmers have been giving to us. It's such a privilege and a pleasure to be part of the Outgrown program, and I really, really expect the next year and the following 5 to 10 years that our partnership strengthens and we grow together. Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Great. Madam Kavinato,
Yes.
thank you for making an appearance on Inside Agriculture.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
You're most welcome. Great. Viewers, there you have it. This is where we've come to the end of Inside Agriculture. Today on the program, we were discussing the role of partnerships in promoting sustainable agriculture. Zambian Breweries Country Director Thais Kavinato was here just to elaborate more on how best we can make a Zambia that is strengthening value chains, helping farmers access market, and also ensuring that they are resilient to climate change. From me, Emmanuel Mwemba, and the entire Zanis production team, this is where we say goodbye and continue enjoying the rest of our programming.